We've qualified for the World Cup. Go and compete.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, final day of the season, and no one cared. It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's all over. Yeah.
I couldn't care less about who got relegated. I couldn't care less that City won the league.
This is how every day will feel in the league from now on, with Newcastle and City at the top.
Yeah.
It's a sad day, really.
Yeah, games mean nothing now. Football is slowly dying out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a bit like global warming, really. You know, we're watching ourselves slowly implode. You know, first the bees, and then it will be like Brentford. It will just disappear.
Remember at the start of the season when I said Brentford would get relegated, and I was so confident?
Yeah.
You got that wrong.
I got it wrong. I think I got it all wrong.
You were wrong.
We said Fulham and Bournemouth were dead certs.
Did we? I don't think I said that.
Well, there's no proof of it, and even if there was, AI these days.
I think I said Southampton, Leicester, and Leeds.
I think you did. Yeah.
That rings a bell now. Yeah, now you say it in that exact order. I recall it.
I think I said Palace. I think I said Palace, Bournemouth, and Brentford.
You did. You said Palace 2 years in a row. You prick.
Yeah.
So you get Europa League for that.
Oh, I'm just sick of talking about Palace. But even like this season, like Brentford did really well, Villa did really well, Brighton did really well, Newcastle did really well. No one cares about these teams. No one cares.
No, and we're giving all these like big hurrahs for, you know, Brighton and Villa getting into Europe. They're nearly as bankrolled as the likes of City and Newcastle. So like, fair, yeah, well done. You did great.
Sure, Everton spent themselves into a hole, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somehow.
They pissed away like 110 million for Richarlison and Anthony Gordon, which would have been like the sales of the year if they'd actually put that money to anyone half decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And their fucking owner, Usmanov, or whatever his fucking name is, Mostri. Anyway, he's fucking up the river. Everton will be relegated next season. People celebrating now, they're like, yes, we survived another season. It reminds me of Wigan and Sunderland celebrating when they'd survive by the skin of their teeth every year. And it'd be like, yeah, well done. It's just going to get worse and worse. Like, you're not going to get any better. You're just going to go down later.
It's very true. I was only thinking earlier, like, can you get more pathetic than 2 years running, like invading the pitch because you stayed up on the last game of the season? Like, surely that's the sign where you're like, maybe we'll stay in our seats and think about, you know, reconsider the season ticket next year.
Yep.
They do have the fourth best manager in the league, though.
Nothing. Well, they had the best and they got rid of him. Counts for nothing.
Where did Chelsea finish, actually? Oh my god.
Below Palace. They finished 12th.
We could spend the whole hour talking about Chelsea.
12th, with the highest fucking spend in football history by far, probably double their last record. Like, never before have people spent money like they did, and they finished fucking 12th.
Yeah.
I had a friend text me during the week, and he was like, just a hot take for you for the podcast. Is Kai Havertz like the worst signing in history? And I was like, do you know what? Like, he might be. He did score the Champions League final goal, so that will always save him. But then I was like, Mudryk has got to be the worst signing of all time. Did you see his miss against United during the week?
Oh yeah. I had it on repeat.
Flynn's got like the still image, like getting a tattoo prepared for it, I'd say.
You know, when they swooped in for him with a coup to sign him out from underneath Arsenal. I actually enjoyed it. I wanted it to happen because I knew in the back of my head, I was like, he is going to flop so badly in this Chelsea team, just like every other player they've signed has flopped so badly, and I'm gonna love it. It'll just make it even better. And sure, Arsenal went out and signed Trossard, who's better
Yeah,
for
for
like
like a third
a
of the
third
price.
of the money.
Yeah, and like Pochettino now is basically entering like a burning building.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't not rate Pochettino at all, but I mean, you'd want to be. I mean, he must be getting paid an absolute fortune to stomach what he's gonna show up to the training ground for next week, like a mess of players.
Is he confirmed?
I don't think it's official, but it's like 99%.
Yeah, he's with the shirt. There's a picture of him going around with the shirt, so it's it's 99% there. He might back out. Imagine that. That'd be real Chelsea.
After this, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't think things will get better before. I think things will get worse before they get better for Chelsea.
Oh, I hope so. And they're tied to these players as well. Like Mudrik's on an 8-year deal.
8 fucking years. That people laughed like, when was it? Was it like 2010 when Newcastle gave Pardew
yeah.
that 8-year deal? People laughed at that, and that's set the precedent of like that's the wrong thing to do with contracts for players. But do they have like 2 players on 8-year contracts? I mean, it's just stupid.
This fella Bowley thought he could had a clever workaround to all these rules or whatever, or the Premier League. He's like, I'll show these fellas how we do sports in America. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aubameyang, like even
Aubameyang.
Oh my god, like
doesn't even show up on the radar actually, compared to everyone else. But Jesus, they signed fucking Aubameyang, like.
But I'm pretty sure Aubameyang won La Liga this year. I'm sure he got a medal because he played 33 minutes for Barcelona this season.
Oh, handy.
Yeah, another one for the cabinet. My hot take was going to be that of the 3 teams relegated, we will never see any of them in the Premier League ever again. I think they're going to fall into the abyss.
No.
That's crazy. My reasoning, Southampton, huge money troubles, barely any squad. They won't come back up straight away. Leicester, half their team are going on free agents. Huge, massive wage bill. The team with the highest wage bill to ever be relegated.
It's amazing that they signed no one. Like Rodgers, they sold fucking Kasper Schmeichel for peanuts.
Yeah.
The day after the season began, and they didn't replace him.
That was a sign.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How much
the
is
writing was on the wall?
A starting keeper is fucking 10 million. And they wouldn't even give him that. They'd be like, no.
I think they'll free fall. I think we'll never see the 3 teams in the league again. That's it.
Yeah. It's like I don't know. Reminds me of a helicopter crash.
What?
That was just tasteless. Can we cut that?
No. That's the Flynn. Like, cut that into segments.
It's
put
just
that on there. Just LinkedIn.
It's just when you said free fall, I was just thinking of their previous owners and their free fall.
Oh, you intentionally referenced it.
It's less shameful when you admit to it, is it?
I thought it was a poor choice of words, but no, you were like, no, I want to bring that up.
Yeah. But like that's when it all turned. Like they were doing okay up until that they went out in a fiery blaze.
Jeez.
You're laughing. You're as bad as me.
God, gotta fucking get the rosary out this evening.
Yeah. Forgive me.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. It depends who they keep. It's crazy that like their second best player probably is like Jamie Vardy, who's 35.
Has there been a player that's fallen off as quick as he has? Because he was decent last year.
I don't know, because he is fairly old for a player. So it's who fell off harder. Like someone probably, honestly, Rooney fell off harder, to be honest. Rooney
Yeah.
was finished in his, like, when he was 29.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Maybe Michael
Uh,
Owen
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Had to
true.
bring him up.
went from
the
Real
Stoke-
Madrid to Newcastle. Like,
The Stoke days, though, he pulled it back.
did he play for Stoke?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Under
I've-
Pullis, I
Stoke
think.
legend.
I've blanked that out of my memory entirely.
Wasn't he on the team that beat Liverpool 6-1 on Gerrard's last game?
Oh God!
I think he was in the
Stop
squad.
laughing.
Oh.
He probably was. Sure, look,
Mm.
those were dark days. Liverpool, if I have to say something, right? It's been a bad season for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think everyone accepts that. They
Yeah.
still finished fifth. Like,
It's
in their
true.
worst season in 7 or 8 years, they still finished fifth.
It's true. You just need a few small adjustments and you'll be back up on top.
Yeah. And, like, we signed... we signed a right back who I don't think made an appearance.
Who's that?
Brilliant.
Calvin Ramsey.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, great player.
Got him from Rangers or something like that. So like, you know, Nunes will do better.
Yep.
He won't be as injured and as suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not.
And yeah, and Trent, I think in midfield is going to happen. I think that's probably why they
Yeah.
pulled out of the Bellingham thing. So they just need to buy Cancelo.
They
Right
pulled out of the Bellingham thing.
Yeah.
Good choice. You know, it doesn't fit the model.
Yeah. They said
They get him for peanuts. He's
they-
probably what,
yeah.
27, 28? 28, 29, 29, 30? I don't know.
left him
Bellingham.
on red.
No, Cancelo.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you meant Bellingham didn't fit the model.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, there's a good track record, Flynn. You'll attest to this of getting Pep's sloppy seconds. So
Yeah.
why not go for him?
Cancelo got 2 league winners medals this season.
Nice.
Two.
Take that, Pep.
Oh, will he get one for the Premier League as well?
Oh, yeah. Sure, he played a good few games.
What a guy.
They don't do it like they used to do it, where it's like based on appearances. Each club that wins it gets 40 medals in the Premier League, and they can give it out as their at their discretion. So you could
Imagine
give
if
Scott
they-
Carson like 39.
Imagine if they just didn't give him one. Like gave it to like the Kitman or something.
Yeah.
Is it Maldini that won 5 Champions League and he like lost 3 of his medals, just like partying
In the
after?
wash.
Yeah, just like on some bar counter in Milan or something.
Oh, I'd say so.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I'm so sick of City. Like, I kind of hope they win the Champions League and Guardiola just fucks off. He's like, that's it. I've done it. I'm gone.
But he just
I-
signed a new contract, though.
Oh, did he?
Well, like a month or two ago, a couple months ago.
Oh, my God.
I
Like,
know.
what can we do to stop this? Like us as people in Ireland, 3 people in Ireland. What can we do to stop this fucking dynasty?
Probably back the Saudi regime over the Qatari one. That would probably stop it quite quick.
I hate Pep Guardiola so much.
Yeah,
He's some
me
prick.
too. Yeah, it's pretty miserable. And you know what? This is the sad thing is that I'm actually hoping that City win the Champions League and the FA Cup final, so that I can be at peace with how this season's gone. Just be like, there's nothing we could have done.
Pep's on the decline, though.
Yeah,
Less than
I mean-
90 points this season. Sure, his apprentice Arteta is just on his trajectory is up and up.
it's true.
There was only
You see-
peanuts between them this season. Imagine what it'll be next season when Arsenal have rejuvenated the squad. Saka, Martinelli, Saliba, an extra year of experience. I don't think it'll be very close next season.
No, I think to get to the stage we're at, it's like, you know, it's like taking down the giant. You know, it's needed multiple jabs and like arrows to the knee and stuff Klopp did a lot of the heavy work.
Klopp did the
Arteta's
heavy
come
lifting
out.
for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and Arteta's come in with the kind of finesse now to
Yeah.
really topple them.
Mhm.
So, it's brothers in arms, really.
I think when Arsenal win the league next season, Klopp should be given one of Arsenal's medals.
Yeah, that makes sense.
To acknowledge him.
Yeah. I'm up for that.
He should have a brick engraved in the Emirates.
There should be a statue of him outside the Emirates.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think United have a hope in hell.
United are so fucked. Like, oh
Yeah.
my god.
They actually need a rebuild. And we've been saying this for like 4 or 5 years. And then they tried to do a rebuild and just bought loads of old shit players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their rebuild has flopped after 6 months. And let's not forget, roll back the tape until like August. The fans were going on about that they were going to win the league, and now they're celebrating barely getting fourth. It's I don't know, it's really embarrassing.
They bottled it.
They did. They probably had the worst season of like the top half teams.
I think
they
so.
just fell downwards,
Everyone else in the top half, other than Spurs, I think is happy with their performance this season.
Yeah.
What
if they win the FA Cup? I think we need to mentally prepare for that. That could happen.
I mean, it could, but I mean, many things could happen.
Yeah.
Meteor hits the planet.
Yeah.
Jesus comes back.
But my point is, like, I think they'll lose. But what if they win? Is it a good season then? They've done a domestic double, which, by the way, was fucking laughed at by United supporters last year. So if they do a domestic double, are they going to be doing cartwheels on the streets?
Sure, United fans have goldfish brains anyway. Like,
yeah.
They do.
I hear they have an open top bus plan, regardless of whether they win or lose.
That would be pathetic. That would be so lame.
Phil Jones with the trophy.
Yeah, Phil Jones with the League Cup and Garnacho with the Hong Kong trophy, and they're going to parade around Manchester.
Well, let me put this to you. If United sign Harry Kane in the summer, are we worried?
No.
Okay.
No.
Worried of what? Meteor hitting the planet?
Worried about
Jesus coming back?
I'd be a bit worried about United with a Harry Kane up front.
Harry Kane is Harry Kane. Manchester United ruin every good player. It's over if he joins them.
I'm not sure I agree, but I always feel like I'm sticking up for United here. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
just join in. Just get the low blows in. Like,
all right,
enjoy yourself a bit.
Yeah, they're a pathetic club with a pathetic fan base.
This doesn't need to be good listening. This is our way of like venting.
Yeah, This is like a therapy session for us.
Yeah. This is me like screaming into the pillow.
Yeah. I don't know. United? What even are they gonna do? I heard that Mason Mount is joining United now. He was gonna be joining. First, he was signing a new deal, and then he was joining Liverpool, and now he's joining United. It's like, what? They don't need that.
United don't know what
I don't
they
even.
need.
I genuinely think they need a full clear out. Like,
but what's the obsession?
Varane, Maguire, all these guys.
They just want holding centered midfielders. Like, what's the obsession with that position?
It's amazing.
I thought they had their savior in Casemiro. Are they replacing him already?
God, they love a holding midfielder, like, for some reason. No rhyme or reason to any of these signings. It's just like we need this holding midfielder, and the team is set. Morgan Schneiderlin was thrown on a scrap heap.
Oh my god. What a throwback. I love that.
Fellaini was signed as a holding midfielder, ended up playing as a centre forward.
Yeah. If they bought Kane, they'd put him in the number 6 position.
They'd make him a holding midfielder. They would.
They made Rooney a holding midfielder for a while, for fuck's sake. Oh my god. Yeah. I genuinely, like, what United need right now, they probably need 6 or 7 players.
It's just, it feels like we just copy and paste every May podcast when we're talking about United. And that says a lot, I think.
But if they sign Harry Kane, I think that's really good business. I'll say that.
Okay.
Oh, God. All right, fine.
He's
Speaking
the
of,
best player in the league.
yeah,
Mm.
put him in a good team, he'd score more than Haaland.
He nearly did score more than Haaland, and he's playing for fucking Spurs.
Mm.
He's a diamond in the rough, and it's really rough.
A diamond in the toilet.
the speaking of like United flops or players that hadn't had a good time at United, I saw someone say that Argentina's third best player, with Messi and Maradona being 1 and 2, is Di Maria. Would you agree?
No.
Do you know, I was gonna say yes, because I can't think of another one. I mean, Aguero was pretty fucking good, but Di Maria killed it everywhere except for United.
Yeah,
Aguero couldn't get in the fucking Argentina team.
Yeah.
At his peak.
And Di Maria scored in the World Cup final.
he did.
He was like the only one apart from Mbappe and Messi, I think, who scored in that game.
Yeah, he also, you could say, single-handedly won the Champions League for Real as well. Obviously dominated at PSG. I think he has the record for most assists in Ligue 1. Yeah, there's a lot of stats in his favour. It's just a funny thing to say, because if I hadn't said Di Maria, I'm not sure you'd think for a long time about who that third best Argentinian player is. Because there's a lot of handy ones, but no one comes close to the obvious two.
Yeah.
Pablo Aimar.
Gabriel Heinze.
That's a throwback.
Mm.
Heinze. Yeah, I mean, I genuinely, I don't know who, if not him. And he kind of
Zanetti.
played like... No.
Cambiaso.
No!
Batistuta.
Yeah, he's a popular one. So,
Riquelme.
Mascherano's done a lot of good stuff in the game.
True.
But no, I think Di Maria, I think he played different positions and stuff, and he's won a lot. I'll give Di Maria a little tip of the hat.
It's an
Garnacho.
interesting one. Garnacho. Well, he's the future number one.
Yeah. I don't know enough about Argentinian players from before like 2007 to argue.
Yeah, same. If we were, are we doing like a season review? Should we do like, surprise of the season, flop of the season, all that shit?
Yeah, we can, or we could do that when the dust settles after the FA Cup. But I'm easy. No, I think either is good. We're free to do as we please. Men of leisure.
It's fresh in the brain now, so
All right.
I'd be happy to do it now.
All right. Surprise team. So, who took you by surprise?
Brentford, because I thought they'd get relegated.
Flynn?
Surely Arsenal took everyone by surprise.
I don't know. I think we called it.
Well, we called it, we knew, but the general Joe Soap, like the people like our public who don't know anything about football,
Yeah, that's true.
our listeners,
That's true. Yeah, our friends. Yeah,
who we
our
try
friends.
to educate,
the idiot listeners, you know nothing, sir.
Yeah,
mugs.
Madam.
and they won't do a fucking thing about it.
They'll do as they're fucking told.
What about you, Kieran?
To be different, I'm going to say Fulham. 15 wins, always written off as a yo-yo club, are really solid. 15 wins, 10th in the table. Well done, Fulham.
It's a good one. I think there's a few, like Brighton were good.
Nah.
Newcastle. Yeah, you're just saying that because you're you. Newcastle, I think, surprised people. I mean, Chelsea, I think we'll hold off on Chelsea because I think they're going to get a few nominations.
Yeah.
And Spurs, everyone thought, and I thought Spurs did a really good transfer window, and they sucked.
Yeah. Leicester has to be a bit of a surprise too.
Mhm.
Really. I
Yeah,
don't think anyone would have said that they would have fallen that hard.
Fulham and
But they did.
Villa.
Villa too, yeah. Well, Villa, especially if you'd asked 2 months into the season, then yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, well with Gerrard in command.
Yeah.
Once Emery took over, everyone knew. I think they were going to be fine. But yeah, at the start of the
Yeah.
season,
And Bournemouth being like comfortably safe. A little bit
I-
surprising.
honestly don't even know who their manager is.
Shit. No, I do know this. Is it like something
Smith?
Kelly? Oh, God.
Kelly Smith.
Let's call him Michael Smith Kelly.
That guy. Fun thing I remember there about Leicester going down. John Terry is the assistant manager
Oh, brilliant.
with Dean Smith. Yeah. Do you remember when John Terry stopped himself on Champions League final and forced himself to take the last penalty, missed it, and then cried?
Oh yeah.
I do.
And he just got relegated with Leicester.
And even when he won it, he didn't win it, and he just had the full
He didn't
kit on.
play. Yeah.
How is that
What
guy
a
so
wanker.
respected after like racial abuse and like sleeping with his teammate's wife,
Spitting.
spitting? Oh
He-
my God.
He also has had in one of his houses near the Chelsea training ground had like his basement decked out with like PlayStations and stuff, and would invite random members of the youth team back and like bet their wages on beating them on FIFA, would beat them and take their money, like 16, 17-year-olds. So yeah, the guy is class.
Yeah. I suppose you would if you could, really, wouldn't you?
No, like
Yeah.
fucking hell. The
Mm.
lad's on 150 grand a week, taking
Oh, yeah.
like £40 from
Oh yeah.
an academy guy.
£40 tax free though.
Yeah, they gotta take their lumps though, you know?
Fucking hell.
Cash
Well.
in hand.
You're not
Yeah.
going near my children.
Yeah. Oh, once Ollie gets old enough, I'll be like, I'll bet you your pocket money that I'll fucking smash off FIFA.
Adrian around the gaff after Ollie's communion there. Go on. All in the line.
What about signing of the season?
There's been a few good ones. There's been more terrible ones, I think, than good ones.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing. Like trying to think of a good one is kind of hard. Is it too easy to say Haaland?
Yeah, we don't speak about it.
Okay. Well, we had a hot take a few weeks ago saying Casemiro has been a better signing than Haaland. Casemiro? No, nobody.
Yeah. I mean, what happened last season? City won the league. They won the league this season, so Holland didn't improve them at all. Casemiro, now he's the player who took United to the new level. I don't know what new level they were at, but
Yeah, maybe not the best. The worst signing it has to be Jorginho, who joined in January, and then Arsenal didn't win the league.
you could make that argument.
I think so. I feel very strongly about it. Ever since he put on the red of Arsenal, shit didn't go well.
Yeah, I hear you. He'll be dealt with.
Maybe Shinchenko or Jesus as signings of the season.
Mm.
Zinchenko's a
They,
good one.
they elevated Arsenal.
Oh, they elevated Arsenal.
Hmm
Yeah. So maybe we'll forget that question because it's boring and just go with flop of the season.
Gonna get the Chelsea team sheet.
I was just looking at that too. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
because I think
Mediocre.
Mudryk.
Majuk.
The fella whose picture looks like in FOTMob looks like he's a sous chef. That guy.
Like I think Mudryk is the obvious one, but like Sterling has been so bad.
Koulibaly. Koulibaly, who stayed at Napoli for like 10 years, didn't win a fucking tin pot, leaves to join Chelsea at the age of 30. Napoli
Oh
win the
my
league.
god, you're so right. I never thought of that.
That's up there with John Terry.
And Cucurella, that guy was like 70
Cucurella,
million.
yeah. To be
But
honest,
he was
apart
so bad.
from Trossard, you could say like Graham Potter even. You know, the Chelsea went and headhunted from Brighton and they all went on to qualify for Europe still. These mugs
Fucking
didn't.
people forget Wesley Fofana, 75
Yeah.
million pound.
He was injured for like the entire season.
Didn't do a
Rubbish.
fucking thing. And when he played, he was shite.
God, another player that Leicester got bags for
Yeah,
and
yeah,
converted
exactly.
into nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
God,
Yeah.
awful.
Who did? Oh, Richarlison. Oh my god,
yeah.
Richarlison.
Yeah, Anthony Gordon too.
Yeah. Oh my. There's so many bad sightings.
Yeah, it's been such a funny season.
Badia Chile.
Yeah. It's fucking nobody. The other Fofana, Norway.
The other fellow, yeah.
Just what about like all of the Southampton signings? None of them worked. Do you remember when they signed like 3 Man City like under 21 players on loan?
Yeah.
Rubbish. Never gonna work. Anyway,
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the teams. What other
Brighton
teams have we?
probably could make an argument for a lot of Brighton players. Probably
Hmm.
Yeah.
Ferguson.
Evan Ferguson finally scored a couple goals. Good for you, boy.
Oh,
Estupinan. He was pretty good for them.
well, actually, I just want to mention as a flop, Scamacca for West Ham.
Yes.
£40 million striker.
Oh yes.
Did he do
That was a good
anything?
one.
Did he even play?
No.
Don't think so, yeah.
No. God, we could do flops all day. This is great. Let me see. I need to see the teams in front of me.
Doucouré for Palace was excellent, and he won Player of the Season in his first year.
Well
But
done.
he's like CDM, so it's not really glamorous. But
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
21 million, not bad business.
Oh, no.
Your man Kuna for Wolves, wasn't he kind of a
Oh, yeah.
God,
big money
Wolves
signing?
in general, yeah. Didn't Wolves sign that fella that got a broken leg in like 40 minutes into his first game and didn't play for them again?
I know they signed
Remember?
Diego Costa.
Yeah. Let me find that guy.
Diego Costa, yeah.
Was that a mistake?
What was I just looking at? Danny Ings was a bit of a. I mean, he didn't sign for much, but he was a bit of a flopster too.
Half the Nottingham Forest team kind of flies under the radar just because
God.
they survived, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like they made 32 transfers this season. Like
mhm,
you can only register 25 players. Like
yeah.
something wrong about that.
Jesus,
Anyway.
I'm looking at their team now, and it's so strange. Like they have players whose names I know, and they Premier League players. I had no idea they played for Nottingham Forest. Guys like Jack Callback, Wayne Hennessy, Willie Bolly, Koyate, Steve Cook,
It's like
Andre
a generic
Ayew.
FIFA team.
Yeah, of course, Lingard, all these fellas.
God.
John Joe Shelby, Emmanuel Denise, Chris Wood. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And barely played.
I don't know what they're at.
It's Mercenary FC. Mercenary Forest. Going away from the signings, favorite moment. This can be, doesn't have to be a game, just anything in general. Favorite moment of the year.
Probably Spurs conceding like 5 goals in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That was great. That was so fun.
That was demolishing. That was
Yeah. Who was that against again?
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Oh yeah, I watched that game. That was amazing. Probably beating United 7-0. Really hard to beat that. The other one that I saw live that I really loved was when Arsenal were top of the league and they scored a last minute winner, and it was who the fuck was it? One of the young guys scored like a kind of
Reece Nelson.
Bournemouth.
Yes. Yeah. That game, the end of that game was insane. I guess in hindsight it didn't matter, because Arsenal didn't win, but that was a great moment.
Oh yeah.
I think Arsenal
plenty
had,
more.
Yeah, Arsenal
Right.
had lots of good moments this year, despite that happening.
Plenty of great moments there.
Yeah.
Would you say Arsenal bottled it?
Oh no.
No.
You wouldn't.
No,
It's
absolutely not.
It's the easy answer. That is.
Yeah, yeah. It's the people who can't really analyze the game in its
Yeah, it's the Facebook
entirety.
comment section response.
Yeah. I get you.
You know.
The sign of dull intellect. If you say that.
Yeah, you tickos.
For me, it's a non-match moment, and it would have been Conte and Tuchel's little tussle
Yeah.
on the sidelines. Legendary moment, I found, just because, for many reasons. And probably funniest is that was this season, and neither of them are managers of Chelsea or Spurs anymore. It's probably a good synopsis for how this year's been.
Crazy that was this season. That feels like it was forever ago.
Yeah. It feels like I was watching that on Premier League years.
Yeah. And at that moment, Spurs were like top 3, I think. They were pushing a really good start. And Chelsea was seen to have been, underperforming, and they were like 6th or 7th. Funny that both of them continue to be shit for the rest of the season. And it got worse. But no, it was great. The little the handshake and the pulling of the hand in to try and be like, no, you let go. And then I think Tuchel does a whole like gesture of like, you didn't look me in the eyes while shaking my hands. Classic moment.
They're two bastards. Glad they're gone.
Yeah. And Tuchel like fumbled his way to a fucking Bundesliga.
They won it, and the board immediately fired Oliver Kahn.
I should do a throwback little shout out to you, Flynn, because your hot take at the start of the season was that Tuchel would be gone by October, and he was.
Well,
yeah,
you've
always said it.
It was a long time coming, really. I could see the cracks. Even when they won the Champions League, I was saying this. You go back to that episode right after we did Champions League when Chelsea won it. I said it then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a lot of truth came out after in that podcast. I remember it well. You were very honest. You called out a number of players too, who they don't ball anymore. You're dead right.
Yeah. And I share my being right with both of you.
Of course, it's what we do. We celebrate our wins together.
Yeah.
And we cover up our losses and our mistakes together.
Yeah.
They never happened.
we provide each other alibis.
That's it.
Yeah.
I forge the documents. Adrian writes the music, and Flynn does the crimes.
Does the crimes.
Does the crimes. He's the criminal.
He's the baddie.
Mm.
Speaking of criminals, I have something I'd like to gather opinion on from both of
Aye.
you.
All right.
So, as you guys know, I've been heavily medicated and drugged on the last few podcasts, and continue to be.
Mm.
But part of my like recovery, or whatever you want to call it, using gym facilities and the pool more often, which has been good. But I have a problem because it just does never sits well with me. I know they're changing rooms. I know that by nature swimming pool is, less clothing and whatnot too. But I'm finding every time I go to the men's changing room, and the place I go, it's huge. There's like 120 lockers to give you like an idea of the space. But the amount of people who walk around completely bollocks naked at any point is not acceptable. It's too often.
Yeah.
And they're not old, they're not young, but I don't get it. And I've no issue with anyone that, feels really comfortable in their body or without clothes or whatever. No issue there. I just think it's kind of inappropriate that there are people that kind of leisurely stroll around a changing room and by a fucking drinking fountain with their bollocks out. Just not for me.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be for me either, to be honest.
No, but that's I don't know. I feel like I'm the wrong. I think I'm the bad guy for saying that, but it feels like it just doesn't sit well at all.
Well, for
Like-
many people, I think going to the gym, that's part of the appeal.
Like the
What?
appeal of being naked.
And
Really?
they won't say it, but yeah.
Jesus, you might be onto something here, because the frequency is enough that I'm gonna like say it on a podcast. But honestly, I'll be there tying my shoelaces, and I'll look up, and there'll be an ass. Can't escape.
That'd be an ass.
A big dirty arsehole.
What I say,
He's
What I-
stretching.
what I will say is,
Two
Like-
fingers in.
if I shower in my house, I don't walk around my whole house bollock naked for like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it is something weird. It's something ingrained in people that like being in a changing room it's like you're meant to be. I don't want to say you're entitled to be, because you can, like, it's a changing room, but I would never do that. I live on my own in an apartment, and I don't swan around the place with my dick out.
Yeah.
It's just not normal.
No.
I know.
That said, they are entitled to, if they want. If they want to just, feel the breeze, it's kind of your problem, I would say.
Are you entitled to?
Yeah.
How? Where does it say on
Constitution.
Well, where does
Forget
it say? Where does it say, like, keep your nuts hidden?
I mean, there's certain things that you don't need to fucking write down, though. Surely, right? Does every gym now need, don't windmill your dick around after the shower?
Yeah, maybe it's a tricky one. I mean,
I think
common
yeah.
courtesy should be, look, put a towel on. Just have a towel around the waist.
That's it. There's no issue. Like, as you see, it happens more often than not. I do the same. If you're getting changed out of fucking wet swimming trunks by a small locker with a small enough towel, it's gonna drop down. You're gonna, little bits gonna come out. It's gonna, your pinky's gonna poke out a little bit. Like, it's gonna happen. No issue with that. And it's the people that just go for a fucking stroll that I don't understand the logic behind it. But I do think it's a bit of bravado. I think it's always the people that feel like, it's kind of like, I don't know, the fucking jungle or something, that they're going around banging their chest kind of thing. That's what it just is weird.
Well, most people who go to the gym are fucking idiots, like fucking cavemen.
Thanks, Flynn.
You hear that, gym goers? You're fucking Neanderthal to us.
I wouldn't feel comfortable being in the same room with someone who I know uses a gym.
Yeah.
But it's a weird situation because I mostly use the pool and it's mostly old lads that have retired and they're just like killing time away from the wife. So it's like they kind of just pottering about.
And they
But
all
anything on the
piss.
gym
They
side,
all piss in the pool.
they're covered in it. You can see the piss stains all over them.
Well, it's like the smell of chlorine you get in a swimming pool. You only can smell chlorine when it mixes with piss.
That can't be a fact.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, it is. It's the chemical reaction.
What?
So if you're in a pool and you don't have your goggles and your eyes don't sting afterwards, good. But if they come out and they're like red raw, it's because you've been blinking piss into your eyes.
But how do people be so confident to piss in a pool that won't be green or yellow?
Well, half these old lads, they don't know. It just happens. It just comes out.
It's not even that they piss. It's just they're in a permanent state of kind of leaking.
I thought you were going to say pissage.
Yeah,
Would have been good.
Yeah, there's seeping going on constantly.
Yeah, it could be from any pore, like piss coming from all the pores.
They have, they have to throw out the underpants every day. Like it's just fucking ruined.
It's just eroded away. But that's the swimming side. But the gym side, then it just turns into this fucking weird situation of like, Fight Milk, the whole Fight Milk adverts from Always Sunny, and you're like, Jesus Christ! I know there's a lot of testosterone around, like pumping weights and shit, but there's also a bike which is not manly at all. So stop trying to intimidate people. It's just they're strange places. It's like a environment I haven't sussed out properly yet.
I've actually never been to a gym, so don't take anything I say too seriously.
Just that you would befriend anyone that goes to one.
I'd have my eyebrows a bit raised.
You'd keep a few feet away,
Well,
you wouldn't engage in the conversation. You'd let them talk to you first, that kind of thing.
I'd let them lead the dance, yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. I think that's a good general rule of life.
Yeah. Let's see what they're about.
Yeah. Let's see what tango they bring to the table.
Have we anything else to review for the season? Probably not.
Just about getting over the whole Patrick Vieira saga, but
no.
Thanks once again, Roy.
Yeah, we're not going there.
And Elise and Eze and Zaha, is he going to sign a contract on that? I mean, we could do a whole podcast on itself about that, but I know the listeners want to talk about gym and shit.
Yeah. Any food? Any food situations going on?
Well, I had duck during the week at a restaurant, and it came with black currant as the sauce, and it didn't work.
Oof. Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no, I tried it. I'd said, never heard of that before. I'll give it a go. No.
What, like just trying to do like a fancy take on what would be like orange, wouldn't it? Orange sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like black, or no, sorry, did I say black currant? It was blackberry.
Yeah.
Fuck it, blackberry.
All right.
Oh, that sounds bad.
It was like it was kind of grainy, like the bits of the blackberry still kind of.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of seeds in them.
Oh yeah, it was seedy.
Oh, and not the good kind.
Yeah, I know.
What restaurant was it?
That was Indulge in Clan.
Mm.
Fucking hell.
You know,
So don't
it was
indulge
actually
there.
it's a nice place actually, and the other food was good, but didn't work for me. They were also fucking empty. We were the only ones in there.
Wow.
I felt a bit bad for them because kind of got the vibe they were like, "Oh God, this is not good." Like middle of the week, it was 7 o'clock or whatever. Not a soul in there apart from us. More staff on than customers. Like
Yeah, they
and
probably
like
sent the chef home.
yeah,
That's why
like
you got black card.
I was yeah exactly. Some fella just empties his fucking yogurt he had for lunch. Yeah, I was trying to think in my mind how much we would have to spend just for them to break even, just for them to have been worth it to open up. Yeah, the bottle of wine nearly covered it, let's say, but felt bad for them
Oh,
because at the end they were like, "I hope we'll see you again. Thanks very much for coming." I was like, "Oh,
yeah. We hope you'll be open next time we visit.
I know," but it was nice. I give them a positive notices, even if I didn't like the blackberry sauce.
They tried. That's good.
They tried something. It was something.
What about you, Hanley? How's your culinary experiences been recently?
Good. I had some Americans over. So I was down at my folks' house and they did like barbecue. But you know,
Nice.
the Americans all think
Pinch
that they
out.
can barbecue like amazingly, and barbecue's barbecue. Like if you're barbecuing steak, it's probably going to be overcooked. If barbecue burger, it's probably going to be overcooked. So, you know, it was just lots of burnt meat. But it was, you know, delicious and I very much enjoyed it. Yeah,
Mm.
Good.
taking a handy food wise.
I think
Nothing.
something the
Yeah.
Americans can do is they'll cook something and it'll just be like, shite, like burnt fucking meat, burnt to a crisp. But they're really good at salvaging something like that with a shitload of sauce or cheese or something like that and make that taste good.
Yeah.
They can do what like the French and the Italians can't do. The French and Italians, they have to have it all perfect. Oh, cook it for 30 minutes, take it out when it's medium, whatever temperature, add these specially selected olives at just the right moment. It's like Americans are like, we'll fucking throw it in a nuclear reactor here.
It's like
Till it's glowing.
gumbo.
Yeah.
Gumbo is ridiculous. Like
Yeah,
they put
yeah.
in like fucking 6
What
liters
was
of
interesting,
orange juice.
And it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Somehow works.
what was interesting actually about the Americans, they were mad to get Chinese food because they don't have spice bags and they don't have 3-in-1s. So they had them in Dublin or something, and they were like, is there a Chinese in Clonakilty? Like, we really want. And they kept calling it a spicy bag. And a 3-in-1. They were mad to get a 3-in-1 and a spicy bag.
That's amazing to me. Because I think of
Yeah.
Americans that they have Chinese food, like proper Chinese food, I suppose, or better Chinese food than we'd have. We just have like basically chippers that also do rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got them hooked on MSG basically.
Yeah. Like, good luck going to China and finding a 3-in-1. Like, they'd be like, what?
They'd have it somewhere.
I fucking doubt it.
Not in the
Chips,
same place.
rice, and curry. Like,
China's a big place, yeah. They'll have it
that's true.
somewhere.
Yeah, they might do.
But they don't have even spice bags. I think they've only just introduced them in like the UK now as well. It's like a real Irish thing, funnily enough.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are good, but it depends where you get them from. You know, some places butcher them very badly.
Sunny House, baby.
Oh, Sunny
Shout out
House.
to Sunny
Yeah.
House.
Shout out to our sponsors of tonight's podcast, Sunny House Chinese on Blarney Street,
Yeah.
who have fortunately given us a free €50 voucher for whoever likes and subscribes to this video.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
To make sure you do.
They've sponsored us with many spicy bags.
Yes.
I
In
haven't
many
seen
ways, we had to pay them a lot of money
Yeah,
to receive these things.
Hmm.
But thank you, Sunny House.
thank you for the memories.
Paid sponsorship.
Yeah. Please, we're desperate.
Fucking hell.
But they do a good spice bag.
Is that the best spice bag in Cork?
I'd say.
I think
Andy,
they're the best.
You don't know.
They're the best all-round Chinese in Cork.
Tomorrow evening,
Like
me and them are we're going to
anything
go
I've ordered
to,
from them has been good.
oh yeah, we're going to go to Wabi Sabi tomorrow evening. Do you know that place?
Is that on Olive Bunker Street?
Yeah, you'd nearly miss
Yeah.
it. It's like
Yeah.
hidden.
Yeah. It's like upstairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy endings, I'm sure.
We love that place. The fucking great service, good food, cheap, and they give you the wine. They give you a glass of wine from them, and they fill up the glass as if they're giving you a pint. Oh, it's good.
That's what you want. They're next week's sponsor, though. So we won't say too much.
Yeah, they're rival Chinese.
Yeah. Sunny House outside, like fucking beef with them now.
Beef.
Delicious. My experience with food today is I was out in Fota, and they have like the little like cafe, and you walk in, and right on the front where the one till is, massive sign saying we serve iced coffees now underlined. So I was like, could I have an iced coffee, please? Everyone was like, no, we don't have any ice. Fuck's sake.
Underlining
fucking
now.
done in.
Underlining
Yeah.
now makes it seem like it's instant as well.
If you like, click your fingers and it's there.
Yeah.
But like, there was just something so comical about it. You know, me standing in front of this sign, and her standing behind it, and me asking for the thing on the sign. Her instant reaction of no. That, you know, it was just great timing. Actors would have been impressed. But yeah, no iced coffee. So I got a fucking coffee machine coffee for like €6 or whatever it was.
No.
Desperate times. Desperate
Actually,
times.
in this fucking indulge place, actually, I forgot to say, I had one of the nicest cups of coffee I've ever had in my life. And it was just, regular after dinner, €3 fucking coffee. It was fucking great. I'd go back there just for the coffee.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you have it?
Just
Black?
Americano. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like,
Did it have a nice crema on top?
no, it was like,
Crema's like the head, you know?
oh, yeah. No, it was fairly basic. They probably squeezed it out of a fucking tub or something, but like, it was good.
Nice. Good coffee comes in all shapes and sizes.
Normally, I would never comment on coffee because sweet coffee just tastes like coffee. And I'm still not even sure I like it. But this was good.
Yeah, coffee's a bit like cigarettes.
Yeah, I know, yeah. People have tastes in cigarettes, like they're like their favorite flavor of cigarettes. Fucking your favorite flavor of fucking rat poison, like.
I'm pretty sure I was with someone recently that was talking about that. Oh no, I wouldn't have had the reds. It was the Marlboro Golds. Oh yeah, the difference so smooth. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I can't believe smooth is a common way of describing a cigarette as well. Like,
Yeah, absolute grade A manipulation. Those tobacco companies from the beginning. You know, smooth, silky. When it's like you're inhaling tar
yeah, like literally it's tar.
and burning wood.
Mm.
I just love the warnings they have on the front. So like, they'll have like a black lung or something, or like whatever. But there's one that just has a man with his head in his hands, and it's like smoking can cause impotence. It's just this sad man. And there's another one of like a man blowing smoke into a baby's
I see that one.
face.
Yeah. And the baby's mad at him, like.
Yeah, baby's crying, man blowing smoke. It's
Those
like,
warnings are coming for alcohol as well in Ireland.
Yeah. And they're gonna they're trying to do the getting rid of branding too on alcohol.
Mm.
So everything will look like Tesco value.
Now we'll see how much people like Guinness when they don't know it's actually Guinness.
It's true. You would notice it. Like I'm a non-smoker, obviously, but like you would notice how the difference of covering up behind the shop counters and getting rid of the different color packaging, it actually has made a big difference. I barely pay attention to buying the counter anymore. Whereas when you were queuing up, you'd look at like all the different colors and brands and shit, but not anymore.
Mm.
Now you just get to look at all different color vapes and flavors.
Yeah, that like 10-year-olds buy.
Yeah, and Adrian.
Yeah.
Vaping is okay. I
That we
nothing
know of.
against vaping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean we'll
Until the
die in our 50s, but you know,
until the legislation passes, you know.
we had a good ride.
We did.
Sunny House and grapefruit flavored vape.
That's it, baby.
Living the good life.
Have we anything else to say about this season?
Oh, I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
The one thing we could definitely all agree on is that the World Cup should never be in the middle of the season ever again.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Arsenal would have won the league. Patrick Vieira would have still been Palace manager.
Yep.
And Liverpool would have had Champions League. So
Definitely.
shame. Never again.
We learned for next time.
God, if Man City win like 4 trophies and the Qatar World Cup actually happened, what a victory for Qatar. God, horrible.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Up the fucking Saudis. Always said it.
Yep. And fuck the fucking fuckness.
Yes, fuck the fucking fuckness. Ewan,
Who?
your days are numb.
You know I'm gone from the skip band now.
Oh yeah. Oh right.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like the fellas who were bidding for Man United or something.
No, it was like 2 weeks ago we said up the fucking fuckness.
Oh yeah.
So no, it's fuck the fucking fuckness. All right, nice one. You'll never walk alone.
You'll never walk alone.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Put 'em Under Pressure podcast. To keep up to date with all of our content, give us a follow on Spotify, YouTube, and Facebook. Outro music. Boom.
That was good.
That was good, right? Yeah. Oh my.
We'll prepare and we'll go and we'll do our best. We'll put them under pressure.